I'm sweating bullets. I'm shitting my pants. And I'm looking at Adam. So we're looking at each other. So he goes out to open the second half, and he says all kinds of nice things about Ring of Honor, and he mentions me, and I'm just sitting back there going, "Oh my God!" Mm-hmm. And when he was done, he walks past us and goes out the back door to 35th Street as if he knew the building. Yeah. And we didn't watch, must have just went to 8th Avenue, got a cab. Yeah. And I'm like, well, what are we going to do? And this is the greatest thing Austin Aries ever did in the history of my history with him. He had some good matches too.
He did.
He's like, so what they did was when that final match came on, the Flair music, what's that song?
Also, Rucha Spar, yeah. The 2001 Space
Right.
Odyssey, yeah.
It plays, and Aries took a cape or something, some kind of towel, anything. Yeah. And the lights were low, and he walked out on the platform and did the Flair strut and turned around, and it was him. And guess what happened?
They booed him.
But nobody cared that Ric Flair was not there.
Oh.
Nobody cared.
Yeah. They got to see him at least.
They got to see him, and there wasn't one person that said, "Oh, wait a minute." Yeah. Maybe on the internet they did. Who knows? But I was so beat up and so deflated that myself and Jerry Lynn and Tyler Black, Seth Rollins, we creeped out that the back door at the end of the night and went to get some food. Yeah. And they're like, "Oh, don't worry about it, Carrie." But they all saw it. Everybody saw it. And he never returned to fulfill his other dates. That was a real kick in the balls.
Yeah.
No doubt about it.
Did you lose kind of trust or faith in what was happening? I mean, because you go on to bring in more.
We followed him with Bret Hart. Okay. Who was a pleasure.
Yeah,
he was a pleasure.
Yeah.
And he drew well. Yeah. And he had no problem. I told the story about driving him from Boston to New York with the Bucks in the back.
No, you've never told it on the air.
Yeah, we did a show in Boston, and the next day was in New York, and I wanted to get out of Boston and drive, and so did Bret Hart. I didn't know him, and I was like, well, and I had Adam Pearce put the Bucks on first. Okay. And Bret Hart was like, "Why are these kids coming with us?" I go, "Oh, they're my buddies. It's all right." Yeah. So it turned out that the 4-hour ride, went by like in a minute because he was really easy to talk to, and I knew a lot about the Calgary history. Yeah. And I was able to bring up these names. Sure. That were real oddballs, and he liked that, and he also there were two people he did not like, and he was very verbal about it. And one of them was Ric Flair, and the other one was Shawn Michaels.
Okay, which I think, credit to him, I think he's buried the hatchet with both since. He very publicly, in 2010, did so with Shawn Michaels, and then more recently with Ric Flair. What was the best thing about having Ric Flair around Ring of Honor?
Well, it was just really cool. Yeah. The first time he came, somehow I got there was an autograph signing in St. Louis that preceded the HD Net. Okay. And that was the first, like I mentioned it earlier. So he was fresh, and Mike G got him to the building, and these guys were all over him. Yeah. Sami Zayn, Jericho, they were like all over him. And Nigel and Kevin Steen, because we had a monitor in the back. Okay. And he was really enjoying it. And the main event was Nigel and somebody, and I was at the table with Flair,
I'll look it up quick over.
and I lean over to him. It was a really good match. Anything Nigel's in is going to be a really good match.
Yeah.
This is in Collinsville.
Gotcha.
And I said, what do you think? He goes, oh, this is great. You know, these guys can work.